Ethiopia, we know, is the world's largest landlocked country. Issue number two, for a country of 140 million people that is trying to industrialize and depends on exports, access to the sea is absolutely essential. It's almost an existential issue. So Ethiopia needs to have access to the sea. There are several potential avenues because, as we know, there are a number of possible ports that Ethiopia can use. Right now, it is more or less dependent on the port of Djibouti, which is not a healthy situation for a country. We also know that there was at one point some interest in using Somaliland, which I personally think is a very useful avenue. Of course, there are the Eritrean ports. Unfortunately, a lot of analysts have said, "Oh my gosh, Ethiopia wanting to pursue using Eritrea ports means that there's a possibility of reigniting conflict in the Horn of Africa," which I know everybody understands that it is in nobody's interest to have a renewed conflict in the Horn of Africa. So, you can access the ports through treaties, which exists in a number of parts of the world where countries that are landlocked access ports that are not. Obviously, the country of the port would maintain sovereignty, but Ethiopia would have guaranteed rights of access to the port, of using its own customs, and that's there are a number of potential ports. There are a number of ways of doing that without reverting to any kind of hostilities. But the bottom line is that Ethiopia needs to have a guaranteed access to the sea.